But here's the secret. And this is what that little section I just read is getting at.
Well, hello there, my friends. Welcome back to Cafe Stifflered. I know it's been a while, and this isn't really a gaming video, is it? But it is something that I'd like to share with all of you. A new set of articles was released today on the Climate Replay website, climatereplay.org. Really cool community that is run by Bela, is that how you say that? Bela? And Kojomax and some others who are working together to essentially gamify the climate activism that, we should all care about. But this video is not about climate change. It's not about these ecological issues that are here with us in the world right now. This video, with me here talking to you, is about Minecraft servers, because of course it is. That's what I know. That's what I'm good at. And that's what I'm here for. This set of articles, which I'm going to link down in the description below, is called A Games Industry Guide to NFTs. NFTs are a hot box topic, or at least they were back in January and February, and then they dropped off significantly like crazy in March. But if you have been holding on to the bliss that is a lack of knowledge of what NFTs are, or cryptocurrency, or the blockchain, or what play to earn is in gaming industry, then this set of articles, this guide, is for you, and you should go check it out. Now, while the entirety of the guide is really great, it is super long, really full of a lot of good information, so you should go check it out if you haven't. Even if you are already pretty familiar with NFTs, blockchain, cryptocurrency, play to earn, etc., you should go check this out anyway, because it has some really interesting insights into what the game industry is doing, how NFTs and blockchain and this Web3 technology are impacting not only our gaming industry, but also society at large. And of course, because it is climatereplay.org, how it affects the world around us. But it is also written by a group of people who are experts. They are veterans in the gaming industry. I already mentioned some of the names, and one of them being Kojomax, who works at Mojang. Now, this article is not written by Mojang. It is not Climate Replay is not affiliated with Mojang, but Kojo has his experience in the gaming industry, and hearing from him, learning from him is really awesome. And by the way, you can learn more from him and everybody else who's a part of that team like Bela, and you can join the Climate Replay Discord, where there's games going on, there's fun conversations, really cool little challenges, and of course they keep you up to date on all the news. Good stuff. Again, link to that Discord down in the description below. But specifically, what does any of this have to do with Minecraft servers? Well, I like looking at Minecraft servers and understanding how they can do better, right? How they can become more sustainable, more financially equitable, right? For everybody involved, and to last a long time, to be super creative, to be inspiring, and even to deliver the people who work on those Minecraft servers into a future possible career in the gaming industry, or, even somewhere else. I am a firm believer that running a Minecraft server and a Minecraft community is a great way to build your resume, build your CSV, build your LinkedIn profile, and to launch a solid career that you can be excited about for years to come. So when I think about Minecraft servers, I'm often looking at, okay, how are these things set up? What are the strategies? And what are they doing on the community management side, the player safety side, and on the business strategy side? Because I think that that is also important. One section on this page called The Risks of NFTs. I'm going to read it to you and show it here. Alienating your customer base. NFTs, by and large, primarily appeal to fans and investors in cryptocurrency right now. Depending on a game's existing monetization model, adding NFTs comes with a substantial risk of alienating users who want to play to have fun. Those players who are likely to reject the idea of playing a game for money instead of enjoyment. These players may leave if they feel they're being shaken down for every penny they have. If a game experience focuses on making money rather than fun for players, then that game will ultimately attract players who are there to make money, not have fun. Now, here's the thing with Minecraft servers. I understand a lot of people are trying new things. They're setting up their communities for the first time. They might be doing this and getting their teams together and building awesome communities at 16 and 17 years old. They may have never had another job before. They may have never been in a position of authority like this before. And so they're learning a lot. And if you are one of those people, that's awesome. GG, like that's sick, right? Like keep doing that. But take some lessons from business, right? Don't look at what the Minecraft server ecosystem has done so far, and instead think of how you can manage this in a different way. One of the challenges as a Minecraft server owner, and I've been a server owner for years. I started in 2010 with my first server, very long time ago, and I've worked with a lot of server owners over the years as well. And one of the biggest challenges that always comes up whenever I talk with server owners is how do I get more players? How do I get more? And sometimes that question becomes so big and so driving of everything that they do that they get burnt out because they can't find sustainable and ethical methods of being able to bring players in. But here's the secret. And this is what that little section I just read is getting at. If you can reduce player churn, you can think less about player acquisition. I'm going to repeat that. If you can reduce player churn, you can reduce thinking about player acquisition. The challenges of player acquisition in the Minecraft server ecosystem are vast, and they're really hard to overcome for a lot of server owners. Again, especially if you're young, you're trying this out for the first time, you don't have the experience or the confidence to be able to make some of those decisions to move forward really strong, to get your server to the point you want it to be, that you believe it deserves to be at. Chasing after player acquisition has huge, huge challenges. How do you find the right audience? There's ways of doing that. And part of my work at Gamer Safer is actually focusing on that, right? How do you get those players on your server? Do you buy ads? Do you boost up your listing on a server list website? Well, a lot of those players are already in the mindset of bouncing from server to server to server. The type of player who goes to a server list website is the type of player who is looking for other servers to join, which means that they might not be a loyal player on your server to begin with. Do you get a YouTuber who might have a completely different audience than what you're looking for? So you spend hundreds or thousands of dollars promoting your server, and then all of the players that joined with that YouTuber leave within a couple of days? Or do you do something like spoof your player count and make it seem like you have hundreds or thousands of players on at a time when you really have 5 or 10 if you're lucky? They all have this same problem that even if you are successful with that campaign, it doesn't mean anything if those players inevitably leave within a couple of months or a couple of days. And I find that a lot of Minecraft server owners, they focus in on trying to get new players to the point that they spend less time actually developing the unique, creative, and inspiring game mechanics that are on their server to keep those players there with them. I opened a coffee shop some years ago, and before that, I helped open a restaurant. I was the general manager. Before that, I was one of the first employees at another restaurant that had just opened. So I've been a part of opening businesses for a long, long time. And I can tell you that it does not matter if your billboard or sign in front of your business is beautiful. If your customers walk into the business and the food is terrible, they will never, ever come back again. And the same is true with our Minecraft servers. If your server has great advertising to bring people in, but nothing to keep them hooked and stay there because you don't know the type of audience that you're building for or advertising to, then yeah, of course, you're going to be stuck in a cycle repeatedly going after new players. And you're going to get burnt out, and your staff members might get burnt out as well.
or maybe even before you do. Over the last year and a half with GamerSafer, we have interviewed well over 100 Minecraft server owners and their staff teams to find out what are their challenges and pains that they have that really cause them stress. The number one stressor for server owners was that their staff were not motivated. The number two for server owners was that they didn't have a way to inspire and motivate players to keep coming back. They couldn't have player loyalty, and they didn't know how to advertise to get new players. On the staff side, their number one pain was that the server owner was never around. Now, those may sound like different issues, but they're totally related. Because if the server owner is completely focused in on trying to get new players, and they aren't engaged on the server with the existing mechanics, which is where the staff are, then the staff are going to feel like the server owner isn't around. And if the server owner is focused on getting new players, the staff might get burnt out. They might feel neglected and they might want to leave. And if the staff feel neglected and demotivated, then the server owner feels like they can't even find good staff. All of these issues really can compound on each other. There's a lot of facets and nuances, but ultimately, this all works together. But what does all of this have to do with that section that I read at the beginning from climatereplay.org's Guide to NFTs? There's a lot of hype right now around NFTs. There's a lot of excitement. And again, it has drastically dipped in the last couple of months. The hype that was there in January and February is nowhere close to existing today. It is not there, all right? If you're still bought into this idea of hype for NFTs, for play to earn, because you believe if the players are incentivized to play to earn, they're going to come and join the server, and you are going to make more money and be more sustainable and stick around long term. That may be true. I don't want to say that it's not true. It may be true for you. You might get lucky. That'd be awesome. You might have all the perfect puzzle pieces in place. That's a lot of pieces. So that you can succeed in this way. What's more likely is that the types of players that come to your server to play to earn are going to start looking for more and more and more ways to earn more. They're not going to be looking for ways to have fun. And now we're once again compounding on that issue of staff feeling burnt out, of the server owners feeling disconnected because they have to keep building ways for players to earn.
The best way to earn more in a play to earn server is to bring in more players who will bring more money.
And what happens when you have players who are focused on earning? Those are the types of players who are already fully bought into cryptocurrency, blockchains, NFTs, play to earn model, etc. You may end up with more bots, with more hackers, with more scammers on your server, creating a toxic environment that can destroy your community from within and burn out your staff more and frustrate the server owner more. Meanwhile, while all of that is going on, the players who did enjoy coming to your server, they don't like NFTs. They've already made their decision. They are against the blockchain or cryptocurrency or whatever for any reason that they may have. The point is that those players will decide they are against you. Not just that they're passively going to step away and not play, but they may actively speak out against you. And your player base isn't growing at that point. Because again, you have a limited pool, a small audience of players who are interested in this model of a Minecraft server. And so you have your potential loyal players who are leaving. They feel alienated and they feel like they are against you. This challenge of trying to find new players at that point becomes exorbitantly high. You are creating a massive challenge for yourself at that point. I'd be glad for somebody to prove me wrong. I'm totally down for that. I'm always happy to be told with facts and data that I'm wrong. But until that point, I think that this is a big risk that a lot of server owners have started to take. And unless you have the resources and a solid team and a good foundation and a great business structure and company culture already, you might find that this challenge is a bit too big to overcome. Spend your time, work on the game, build something that you really enjoy, that you really love, that motivates your staff team to be excited. Focus in on that unique gameplay experience for your players. Minecraft doesn't just have to be for another prison server or skyblock server or mini games or bed wars or blah, whatever. You can come up with your own passionate ideas. Use Minecraft as like a pseudo game engine. Build something cool. Build something you want. And then find out what kind of players fit in with that and target them. Go after them. Advertise to them. However you need to tell them about your server, about your community. Find the best way to do that. If you're thinking in terms of like, who is the ideal type of player that would stick around for 6 months or a year or 5 years? If you're thinking in those terms, then you're not thinking so much about, I need to get more players, period. Just all of the players. I need all of the players on my, you don't need all the players on your server. There's 150 million monthly Minecraft players. You don't need 150 million players on your server. There's a lot more thoughts that I could go into about NFTs and blockchain and cryptocurrency and Web3 and blah, blah, blah. One thing I will say, Web3 is not the metaverse. All right, get that straight. Get it out of your mind. Web3, metaverse, they're not the same. Break that, okay? Those are separate concepts. They're related, but they're separate concepts. Also, metaverse is not Facebook. Facebook is not metaverse. There is not one metaverse built by Facebook and nobody else. That's metaverse, okay? Get that out of your mind. Okay, we'll come back to that another time. Hopefully this helps in some way, but most importantly, I hope that this sparks some good conversations. And if you want to leave some comments down below, you can agree with me, you can disagree, you can tell me off, you can praise me. That would be weird. Don't praise me. I'm not interested in that. Just have a good conversation down in the comments below, or you can check out the links down in the description. There's going to be a link to the Climate Replay Discord where you can talk about this guide. There's also going to be a link to the Gamer Safer for Minecraft Discord, which you can join to talk about community management, player safety, and Minecraft servers in general over there. And then I have my own personal Discord. That'll be linked down there, but you know, don't worry about that. Just go to the other two first before you come over to mine. Thanks for watching today. If you enjoyed this, let me know that as well, because I haven't made a video in a while, but I wanted to talk about this. And if you guys like this type of video, then maybe I'll make some more. We'll see. Anyway, I'm out. Peace.